What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Dolphins' offense versus the Raiders. Hopefully, this doesn't get blocked ahead, and hopefully nothing gets corrupted. I had some problems with the defense video. The files getting corrupted. I don't know what happened, but happened in overtime. Most of it went fine, so I don't know. Hopefully, no issues. So, yeah. Still no all 22s. Is what it is. Let's go. By the way, I feel like we had more success with Malcolm Brown running the football. Might need to look into that. Obviously, Brissett needs to rein that in a little bit. Sometimes his accuracy and decision making can be a bit erratic, but I do think he played well for the most part. Good throw here. I do think we needed to get Devontae Parker involved a little bit more. But that is a good throw. Hand it off to Gaskin here. The thing is, we were actually getting a okay run game going early on. I don't think the Raiders came to play early on. I think we woke them up in the second quarter. Just our offensive line being bad. Let's see how that happened. Man, Max Crosby beat Liam real quick. Let's see how he did that. It's not Liam. What the fuck's that? Oh, okay. That's a tight end. That's fair. What's happening on the left side, though? That looks like Gesicki getting whooped. Or Shaheen. Can't tell. Let's take a look at Austin Jackson, though. Trying to punch with one hand again, I see. Completely missing. Bad feet all over the place. Now Malcolm Brown's got to try to be the savior. Seen Jesse Davis on the ground. What was that about? By the way, I don't like the idea of putting Jesse Davis at left guard. It's not like Solomon Kindley was the issue. It was Jesse Davis. Solomon Kindley was fine. I agree getting Jesse Davis away from right tackle and putting in Liam. I get that. Just don't have Jesse Davis on the field at all. God. Like I said, I think the best fit would have been Liam at left tackle, Kinley at left guard, Dieter, even though I still don't like him, but he's our best center at the moment. So him at center, Robert Jones at right guard, and then Robert Hunt at right tackle. For now. Eventually, I do want Robert Hunt to stay at guard because that's where I think he's best. But right now, I think that would give us the opportunity to at least put our best 5 guys out there. Instead, you just put the two worst offensive linemen we have on Jacoby Brissett's blind side. What kind of sense does that make? They're getting their ass whooped. To be fair, Liam got whooped too. Though. None of the offensive linemen we have are good, but good job, Jacoby. Take off when you need to. It's third down. You don't end up getting the first. Yeah, there's nothing there. No one's creating separation. At least we can play field position and get a better punt. Let's actually take a look at the punt here. I think it was pretty good, wasn't it? It's not bad. Good hang time. Allowed our guys to get there. Pilardi looked a lot better this game too. Decent run from Gaskin there. Oh, missed the first down play. Yeah, that's where we stopped him on 4th. I mean, with the blocking, our running isn't going to be consistent regardless. But I think Malcolm Brown's power gives us a little bit more juice. I don't know. And he's a better blocker. By the way, that looked incomplete to me. Because it looked like he dropped it initially and then he was already down. But yeah, this was just a great play here. Get Smythe in motion. Hand it off to Brown. Great job here. Great job from Shaheen sealing this up here. Just gives him a fantastic run lane to run through. It's fantastic. See what I mean with Adam Shaheen being a good blocker? Like, he did that one-on-one with Max Crosby. He's by far our best blocking tight end, but we just haven't really been utilizing him this season until this game. And with our offensive line being as bad as it is, it just seems like the logical thing to do when your tackles are struggling, to get your best blocking tight end out there to help them. It just makes sense to me. And Hunter Long is a pretty decent blocker too. What do I know? I'm just a YouTuber. I hate this call, by the way. We're in our own end zone, and you run a fucking bubble screen. Now, can it work? Technically, yeah, not this situation. They sniffed it out. But, this is just such a stupid call. We're literally on the 1 yard line, and you run a fucking bubble screen. Throw it forward. Especially, like, look at the way the defense is lined up. They're giving you space. They're not blitzing. Give us a slant. Give us a cross pattern. Run the ball. Do something. Quarterback draw in that situation. Because they're giving you space. Utilize that. Look, this whole middle is wide open for a quarterback draw. Oh, yeah. Also, this is a screen, but just to kind of show you, because with screenplays, it's like a quick decision thing. You just go to your hot. But look at this. Look at this underneath pattern. Like, I wanted him to run toward this, but this middle of the field is wide open still. He had Gesicki right here. Stupid ass play call. Now that's not Brissett's fault, because with screens you're not really supposed to sit there and make decisions. You're supposed to just get rid of the ball quickly. That's the design of it. But the fact that Gesicki got as open as he did just kind of shows you, with what the Raiders were giving you this game, what the better move was. That was just a stupid ass play call. And that puts our great defense in a bad position. It sucks, too, because our defense got so tired at the end of the game that, you know, the Raiders were starting to really find success. And it was at the end of the game that our offense finally started figuring shit out. Really sucks. Hopefully we can carry that into the next game against the Colts with what our offense was doing. And hopefully Jacoby will have extra inspiration against the Colts. Because it looks like Tua's on IR, so he won't be back for at least 3 weeks. So good throw. Good job getting on the move. Yeah, no real success running the football. We know that's a thing with us. But you got to try. But Gaskin and Brown will break a decent run off sometimes, despite the offensive line. They're pretty decent running backs. It's just the offensive line is just... That was just good effort from Gesicki. Again, nowhere to go. Got Jalen Waddle in motion. Like, there's not even really a point in breaking that down each time. Each time our running backs get swallowed up because the offensive line can't make space. Because it's not like one player doing it wrong. It's everybody. Bro. Austin Jackson needs to go. Look at this. Look at this. Watch this, man. What the fuck? He just stood there. You didn't want to pick up the ball. Like, get him the fuck out of here. Get him out. Get him out of the starting lineup. And you know the thing is, too, as bad as Jesse Davis is and as much hate as he got for that Bills game, Austin Jackson was just as bad. He didn't get the hate that Jesse Davis did. They both deserve it. I'm not saying that Jesse Davis doesn't deserve it. I just think Austin Jackson does, too. They're both terrible. Let's take a look at Nassib here. He's against Liam. Yeah, Liam lunges here. Yeah. Yeah, you can't be lunging in the league, man. He did that a little bit in college, too, because he knows he's not that strong. So sometimes he does have a tendency to lunge. Gotta chill with that. Made up for it there, though. That was a good block. Good blocking, really, in general. Good second effort yards from Gaskin. Again, that's what you do get from him. I do like Brissett's ability to run the football, too. A little bit more durable. A little bit bigger than Tua. Tua can run too, but just different styles. Good read there. Let's see how Waddle got open there. Man-to-man coverage, single high safety. Actually, it's not man, it's cover 3. You see that when he moves slightly right before the snap. So yeah, the middle of the field is wide open. Linebackers back off quite a bit. Yeah. Two deep safety. One of them is going to come down. Yep. Good job by Brissett just getting rid of that football. What happened with the pass rush there, though? Austin Jackson just assuming the guy's going to try to beat him to the outside. Overcommits. Doesn't use his hands at all. This guy may as well not even have hands. Liam's getting beat by Max Crosby. How's that happening? Oh, that's just a nasty-ass spin move. Alright. I feel it. Alright. I'm not even that mad at Liam there. That was just a really good spin. Yeah. Yeah, and then Jason Sanders misses this kick, unfortunately. No consistency with anything with our offense. Really. I was gonna say offensive line, but it's really offense in general. I do think we need to get Devontae Parker involved a little more. You know, it's weird because with Tua, we're always saying like we want to get Mike Gesicki more involved, and that is true. But with Brissett, it seems to be Devontae Parker that we need to get more involved. Because Devontae is very consistent with those like slants and curls and just in general the intermediate routes. And I just don't think we're utilizing that nearly enough. Like last year, especially with Ryan, we had a lot of success with that, even with Tua. Like we need to really make that a big part of our offense, especially when Tua is back. Because Tua's like the king of slants. Wow. Go back a little bit. One second. Alright, sorry about that. Cat was scratching at my door. No separation there. It finally goes to Devontae, but that's just the wrong situation to do it. He covers it well, though. Mullen. Got Mac Hollins in motion. Yeah, the screens just weren't working. They're sniffing it out too easily. Tackling well. Good job there. Good job hanging on to that. Good throw. Good catch. Like I said, it sucks because our offense started moving a little bit finally, but it was just at the point where our defense was exhausted. We really need to consolidate. We really need to get that together. Like our offense at least moving a little bit like this, and our defense not being completely gassed. The Colts got Jonathan Taylor, which is kind of scary. And Carson Wentz is a wild card. But anyway. That would have been a crazy catch, but great job from Jacoby Brissett. Just keeping the play alive. Doing some Ben Roethlisberger shit. Sorry about any background noise, guys. Trying to get these out. Decent punt there. Hopefully we don't have any issues in the fourth quarter, because, I mean, not the fourth quarter, but overtime. Just with Game Pass, I've had some trouble once we get to overtime. Even when I was just watching it on my own. Not a bad throw from Jacoby. Let me take a look at the options there. Yeah, he had Gesicki. They really didn't have time to process the field either. He's already not great at that. Great throw. This one, Gesicki started really getting going. Like I said, these little intermediate routes, I think, is where we're better at. Like, we keep trying to do these screens to Waddle and stuff like that, and I get it because he's really good at yak, but I think these little intermediate slants, curls, I think that's where we're at our best. Attacking the flats. Like that. Decent run for Gaskin. At least for our offense. 3 yards is decent for us. I love this slide, by the way. That was a great run, great slide. Tua needs to work on that. I mentioned that one when I was watching it live. Again, just going to kind of scramble. Not a big fan of that fall. A little bit rough, but Jacoby's a big dude. He'll be all right. Hopefully Will Fuller is going to be okay. That's a decent little play there. But he got hurt at the end of the game. No shock there, but... Alright, what happened here? How did the offensive line break down? Max Crosby on Liam. Another nasty-ass spin move. And then Hunt tried to stop Crosby and it let this guy go. I see. What happened on the other side? Because, there's pressure on the other side, too. Austin Jackson missing with his hands. Austin Jackson giving up his chest. Yep. No surprise there. No surprise there. Yeah, Jason Sanders was a little bit questionable. Obviously, he had the miss in the second quarter, but even the ones he made were pretty close to being misses. And they're in a dome, so there's no wind. Good stiff arm. Great throw. Threw it low, so there wasn't ever a chance of the defender getting his hands on it. Did he not get that? Let's see if that... And he was on the move too. But to be fair, if he could have thrown it a little bit ahead of him instead, that would have had some good yak. But again, he was throwing on the move. But like I said, like, we really started making decent drives late in the game. Jacoby buying time again after Liam died against Max Crosby. And the thing is, too, the commentator said that the offensive line held up okay and we're giving up a lot of sacks. Jacoby was pressured a lot. He just managed to stay on his feet and keep extending the play. Yeah, this was the late hit. This is absolutely roughing the passer, too. Absolutely. It's definitely a late hit on the quarterback, for sure. And he kind of gave him that shove at the end, too. Yeah. Don't mind that decision. Gaskin also would have been a good one. Gesicki looked like he was having fun, too. I know he had to be getting frustrated the first couple games because he really wasn't getting the ball. Yeah. This is just unfortunate, man. Our offensive line is so bad we can't get a yard in 2 attempts running the football with Malcolm Brown, who's actually a decent power back. But we just get no push whatsoever. They're just way more physical than us. And this just goes to show you, if the Raiders were to bring more pressure, our offensive line would have died even worse. Because when they actually do stack the box, we had no shot. It's just the Raiders don't blitz. Let's take that back a little bit. Come on, Game Pass. Alright. Good yak there from Waddle. Good throw there. Yeah, he really started to find Gesicki at the end of the game, especially in this fourth quarter. Another one to Gesicki right there on the sideline. Nice and accurate. Escape pressure again. See, we started putting Malcolm Brown over there with Liam to kind of help with Max. Good job getting rid of it. They pretty much rush 4 every time. Yeah, not a great throw. Obviously, we had to go for this. Yeah, we get the false start. Great throw. Great catch from Devontae Parker. They had to be perfectly accurate to be able to make that. And if he had any less arm strength, I don't know if Tua could have made that throw, to be honest. I still think Tua's better, but just arm strength wise, I'm not sure if Tua could have made that. Good throw there. Waddle might have been the better option. But I'm not mad at that. We get the first down and he gets out of bounds. Yeah. Because he probably could have gotten it over this linebacker for a big gain. Possibly to Devontae Parker as well. But we get to the sideline and stop the clock, so there's that. Gesicki again. That is where my heart sank because I thought it was going to be picked. We do it in double coverage. But not only is it not picked, they end up getting the PI call. Raiders' defensive backcourt is really deplenished, though. It seems like the Raiders' defensive backs get jacked up every year. They're linebackers, too. Yeah. I'm not sure I like the Wildcat in this situation because we know we're not... When the Raiders actually stack the box, we get absolutely no kind of push. So doing this twice in a row, I wasn't a big fan of. It was a good call to call the timeout here. Switch to a passing play. Jacoby runs it in here. Oh, not there. My apologies. It was on the 4th down. That's right. It came down to this. I was like, my palms were sweating here. Sidesteps him and great job from Jacoby Brissett, man. Let's take a look at the offensive line. Austin Jackson kind of getting his ass whooped. So is Liam, but he steps up past both of them, and now they're kind of out of the play. Oh man, great job from Jacoby Brissett. Another good throw. Straight to Will Fuller. Let's take a look at that play again for the 2-point conversion. Play action to Malcolm Brown. Let's take a look at that route. Take a look at Will Fuller on the bottom of the screen. Again, this is kind of what I talked about with Renfro. He's probably our best route runner. But again, he's still more of a deep threat, but he can route run pretty decently. He wants to go to the outside, but he gives him a nice fake toward the inside to help buy him some space. And it just gives him a little bit of separation for Jacoby to sneak that in there for the 2-point conversion. Again, hopefully overtime doesn't mess things up. Let's go back. So at this point, we were down by a field goal in overtime, which means if we don't at least get a field goal, the game is over right there. We just lose. So again, immediately take a shot downfield. I like the aggression. Don't like the decision, really, because he wasn't open. Great throw and catch here. Ends up being a hold, but it's even still. Yeah, there goes Austin Jackson missing with his hands again, trying to bear hug the dude. Malcolm Brown tries to help, but he just able to get his arm on him. Luckily, he was throwing it forward, so it's just an incomplete pass. But Austin Jackson's got to go, man. He just bear hugging him. That's holding, by the way. Again, I like the aggression, but man, I still would have liked to pick up some yards there, and then I think this is a two-time attempt. But whatever, we end up getting it anyway. I get it, trying to give Devontae an opportunity, but great play from Gesicki and great throw on the move. Escape pressure. He trips. It's all great. Even the trip was glorious. Amazing catch away from his body, too. Good job from Waddle. Great run from Gaskin here to get us into field goal range. Let's take a look at the offensive line there. Austin Jackson missing with his hands at first. Yeah. That wasn't anything Austin did. Let's take a look at the interior. Actually, Jesse Davis really seals this up really well. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Jesse Davis, but I do think he's better than Austin Jackson. I do. I think Austin Jackson might be the worst tackle in the league. Definitely the worst starting tackle. That would have been crazy. But that was really, really good coverage. I hope Will Fuller's okay. That's just really good coverage. But if he would have came down with that, man, I would have cried on stream. It still went right through his hands, unfortunately. And that would have been the win right there. Devontae Parker. Get us more in the field goal range. Tried this again. Didn't really get the same success we got last time, but we had to take the field goal here. We do end up getting it, but we don't end up getting the ball back because the Raiders really just bleed out the clock. And obviously with the overtime rules. But I do like what the Raiders did there. I didn't really get to show You know what? The files had gotten corrupted with the defense video. I'm going to break it down again at the end of this video. We'll watch the defense again, because I know you didn't get to see it last video. Cool. Because I actually kind of do like what the Raiders do here. They really bleed the clock down just in case they do miss it. Great play by Byron Jones. He held up very well against Darren Waller all day. Darren Waller got his plays, but for the most part, we didn't let him beat us. False start in the Raiders. Yeah. Bryan Edwards is fantastic. He's been really clutch so far this season. Got it right over Brandon Jones' head. Like I said, I'm not that big a fan of him in coverage. But he was on him. It's just Bryan Edwards has made some really clutch catches so far this year. Big run by Peyton Barber. And this pretty much sealed it. Then from here, the Raiders just keep running the ball, keep running that clock down. And again, I like the decision that the Raiders do here. They run the clock down to the last seconds. I know that if you make the field goal, it's over automatically. You just win. But they are confirming that at worst case scenario, they tie. Because if there's no time left, even if they miss the field goal, you're not going to have time to get down there and score. So at worst, it would be a tie. They were trying to make it where there was no possible way they could lose. Which is smart. And again, our defense was just exhausted at this point. The Raiders had all the momentum in the world. At least offensively. And they were just being more physical at this point. We were very physical in the beginning, but again, this is the fruits of not giving up on your power run scheme. We were stopping it early. We were being more physical than them. We were plugging it up, but they stuck with it, and eventually we got tired. Yeah. And they just let the clock bleed out. I figured I would cover it at the end of this video, that last defensive drive, because I know it got corrupted in the last video. So I figured, hey, why not? It's one drive real quick. So, yeah. Anyway, still a really good game. Definitely a heartbreaking loss. The team balled out. Unfortunately, our offense couldn't get going until it was too late. We weren't really able to capitalize on some of the situations our defense handed to us. So that's just really unfortunate. We should have gotten up by more than we were able to. Hopefully, against the Colts and moving forward, we look at what worked with our offense this week and carry that forward. Now, I will say, matchup-wise, it helped that the Raiders don't blitz a lot. So we mostly just had to try to keep Max Crosby in check. And Nassib as well is pretty good. But, again, they don't blitz a lot. So it was just 4 down linemen every time. So that really helped as far as that goes. We won't really get that seeing other opponents. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. So, pretty much every YouTuber on this platform is pretty much doing ads like this. YouTube's ad revenue is broken. It doesn't really pay well anymore, so we have to look to outside sources to make our income. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, I would greatly appreciate you going over to my Patreon. It doesn't take much. Just $1 a month would really help me out quite a bit and continue to help me be able to put out these videos, because I put a lot of time and effort into it, especially during draft season, watching the film and everything like that. So I would greatly appreciate you guys going to check out my Patreon. It is Anime Dolphin, no capitalization. The link to it will be in the description of this video and pretty much every video moving forward. So yeah, if you want to help support me, that'd be greatly appreciated. There's multiple different tiers. It's all explained well on my Patreon account. And if you want to check that out, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.